Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the very final game of this evening, Playday-6 of the Nova tournament. Today, we will be going up against the Nutty Games and the Kill Squad. I'm joined again by my boy KJ for a very exciting and last game of this night. KJ, Kill Squad, Nutty, what are we thinking?
It's going to be an interesting one. And, we've had such good games today, such influential games, moving everyone around the table, very close on the table, the matchups as well. You know, we had eighth place and 7th place. We had last place and 9th. We had 2nd and 3rd. Games all around. And for this one, it's going to be an important one. I do believe this is for 4th and 5th place. So, Kill Squad and Nutty, who's going to take it, Elijah? And I think the map that we're going to, I haven't quite seen. Ooh.
Border. Yeah. I mean, it was either that or a theme park. We've already seen theme park be played out today. But instead, we'll be going to a border. So every single game that we've played today has been different. And the very final one of today will take us to a border with Nutty starting out on that defense, Kill Squad being on that attack.
I gotta say, this is gonna be one of my favorite weeks. We get to see something. Yeah. We didn't get to see Oregon at all, or Clubhouse. We get to see
Oregon,
all different maps.
No Villa. Everything has been different. Every map has been played different. We got to see some new things today, old things, some aggressiveness, some more passiveness. But now we are up in the border, which is a map that I like it. You know, I can't say a lot of people might not like border as much. I know at one point it was a very disliked map in the comp scene, but I like to see it be played out.
I do, and I think, you know, for the last game of the night, why not have a very frag heavy map? And here we go. We get to see all the beautiful faces of all the players. And Ducko, he's got the some interesting glasses, to say the least. He's got that Russian glasses. I always forget what they're called, but he's the Cyclops right now.
What's that X-Man's name? Yeah, you know that X-Man character that has the glasses like that. He shoots lasers out of his eyes.
Yeah, that's
we can call him that for now. Ducko's him. He's literally him.
Pretty sure he's called Cyclops. I can't remember.
Must be. That must be it.
It must be.
We got the two bands all ready to begin us off onto the attacker side. But with that Monty and that Nook as well, which we see commonly. That Nook has been banned a lot today. It's also been left open, and there's been a pain in the side of majority of the teams who have left it available. So getting rid of her is definitely going to help a lot. First defender ban going out. It's going to be Solus. Getting rid of that intel. It's going to help you.
Yeah, and I think both teams don't want the, sneaky sort of operator. You know, Solus, although she doesn't have that sneaky footsteps like Cav, she does usually play in those cheeky positions below and whatnot. So her off the board, you're able to have your drones sort of a little bit safer, as well as, that plant denial from below isn't going to be as common. But as I say that, we do see raindrops. He's running that pulse. So either way, they are running that intel. So good adaptation from Nutty. They still want to bring something to be aware of the plant, as well as deny it from a more safe position than horizontally.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Let's see how they prevail. I do like the lineups, I gotta say.
I do, and the bans as well. I think Thatcher being on the board, that's going to be interesting. They're not choosing to run it just yet, but Thatcher being on the board opens up so many opportunities, and we saw on the last map that it's not just for opening up walls. You can use it to disable things like Jaeger ADSs and then clear shields, as well as even be able to chuck some nades in and eliminate those players off the board. So I think you can get a lot of value from Thatcher, not just from opening up those breaches. So I think if either team chooses to utilize that, it could definitely be beneficial. But for now, no line going to be coming out, but double global utility on the side of Kill Squad. They're bringing that line, they're bringing that Dokkaebi, so that will be a pain for Nutty Gaming if they're not able to play around it.
It looks like the kill squad are going for a little bit of a typical take. We're going to the east stairs first, which is one of the pinnacles of your attack that you need to take first. That and that CC as well, which is what they're going to do by those live drones. Yeah, but you have to be a little bit careful of raindrops, as he is that pulse player as well. C4 already being tossed, but you manage to find yourselves on the concrete as well. The lion scan's going to pop off to reveal the position, and you're able to capitalize on that. Culture finding the very first blood in the round, but Ajax going to find the trade back to take it down to an even of a 4-4 between the two players.
Yeah, I think good play from Nutty there. You know, you lose a pick, you try and go for that refrag. Obviously, you posed with that risk of losing another player, but now you're in a good situation. 4v4, 1 minute into the round. They only have this top east, and you've got this bandit ready to trick that wall. So if they try and open it, they're going to have to be faced with this bandit. They could nade it over the top. They do have one nade on the side of Mackenzie. So if they play it right, they can do it. But the pings are going out. They've spotted one of the defenders on the side of Nutty, and maybe they're looking to collapse.
Double OSO pings for that defense as well, as Raindrops is running that cardiac sensor, revealing the position of the player outside of that break room as well. Faulty will be given away if he gets too close towards that potential C4, which could happen below, as he is downstairs into that customs, just pinging out and revealing that information for anybody potentially trying to push into that break. They are taking their time though. Ducko is managed to retreat back as well. The C4 still in his hands, so he can toss it over the top if they so choose to play a little bit of aggressive to try and take that fountain control. Mackenzie already making his way inside. Nothing to be spotted out yet. He's trying to go for the kill. He's going to be given away though, the C4 to be tossed over the top, and he's going to take control of that archive side. No kills to go out just yet. He's gone for the rotate instead. Raindrop still below with the cardiac sensors, going to provide a little bit more pressure in terms of staying on the soft destruction floor, but the thermite's going to try and get the wall open, and it'll do so unsuccessfully thanks to the Cade. And the smokes will go out. The player's going to go down as well. Rice to stick it to lose no HP, and he'll get it down successfully on the window as well. So that's not good in terms of your Nutty games so far.
Yeah, unfortunately, the smoke canister's not doing anything. Just not chucked far enough to do any damage to those players. And he's lying down on the ground, so he has the advantage. And it's all left to Raindrops in a 1v4. We've seen 1v4s happen in the previous games. They're able to find one. But Rice is there for the refrag, and wow, what a round from Kill Squad to open up things here on border. But Nutty Gaming, they had the right ideas. They just weren't able to execute them properly. That smoke canister could have changed the tide of the round if he was able to throw it a little bit deeper into that corner, as well as if they planted on soft floor. The Pulse could have found the pick as well. So just didn't go the way that Nutty planned, and it went all the way of Kill Squad. So if they continue to do so, it could be a real stomping here on the attack for Kill Squad.
Well, they're deciding to change the site, try the downstairs into the teller's bathroom this time. Maybe they can hold it a little bit better for Nutty Gaming instead of the attack from Kill Squad just absolutely sweeping from the east side of the map onwards. They'll see how they prevail here. A little bit of extension inside the server room to try and help them.
We are seeing the Capital being brought out instead of the Thermite, though. So not looking to breach or anything. Maybe they're going to use those can openers on Capital, but they don't need anything too extravagant then, maybe, for the push they are going to be executing. And considering they don't have a Wamai, this Capital could either make or break this attack.
Hopefully Rice can stay alive long enough to be able to use all of those fire and smoke darts effectively as well. Majority of the players on Kill Squad spawning onto that east side, already making their way up to the balcony as fast as possible. Already opening up those archive doors and adding a little bit of pressure onto the two players who are extended up here to try and stop them from getting too much control. Smoke pushing up closely. SMG in his hands as well, which is an absolute weapon. Nice little live drone is going to give away his position. Mackenzie trying to capitalize on it, but the raindrops. He's going to win the engagement instead thanks to the shotgun, but it will leave him really low HP for his second engagement. You can see one's already following up, but he wins the second one instead and puts Kill Squad in a worse position as he found the IQ and the Ayana in both of those engagements.
Then Kill Squad, they got a little bit too confident there, trying to end the round a little bit too quickly, but raindrops. He was ready for it, and he found 2.
Time for a wake-up call.
He's trying to go for the third one. The calls are going to give away his position, but he's inevitably pinched by the kill squad now, as they've already got that armory control as well as the balcony control onto the archives. Nice little shot, and the live drone's going to give away his position, but Faulty's going to finally clear him up and try to even things up even more. But you're still on that man deficit now, as you're still 1 down. The Benticles to bring it back onto 1, but immediately traded by Squish, as he's not going to let it slip too far. But Rice with a nice refrag onto Squish. It's going to make it even closer, as Glut, he prevails with yet another kill in the round onto Faulty and take it to a 1v2 for Rice to clutch it out with the rest of his round. Now, he does have the diffuser in hand and a minute 16 left to work with. Both the fire darts and the smoke still in his pocket. He's even got the can opener, but he's got no EMPs left, as the hatch is electrified thanks to Cade setting that one up early. It's gone for a little bit of a waiting room balcony drop now, as the position of him will be given away thanks to the sound cue. And he'll have to do some work with his util. Smoke's being set up as well, and that's going to reveal his position as he runs through the teller's things. Nice to get a shot, but Glut will head it first.
Yeah, I think it looked a bit scary for Nutty there. Kill squad, although they were down those numbers, they were able to find the picks back, and it ended up in a 1v2 situation for Rice, and it was definitely winnable. But it came down to a lot closer than that just beforehand, and he's got his little octopus toy, but
We love a Rice octopus.
Look at Faulty. He looks rather comfortable in that onesie there.
It's got to be, right? We're getting into the colder seasons now, and we're pushing that winter.
Defenders protect
We are. But
by attackers.
both teams are warm now. We're in round 3, so it's anybody's game. 1-1. The score is still even, but both teams have a feel for the map. They have a feel for how each other is playing. Now it's all up to who plays the better game. Obviously, they are on different sides, and some teams are better at defending than attacking, and some teams are better at attacking than defending. So the first half isn't always how the second half can go, but for now, I honestly don't know who's going to win this one, Elijah. This is one of the toughest games to decide who was going to win.
I believe my prediction was on Kill Squad to win this out. We didn't really get to show predictions today, as we were short on time, and the very last thing that we want to do is hold back these players when they would rather be, being healthy and sleeping like normal people. But my prediction, at least, it was on to Kill Squad. Do you remember what yours was?
I'm pretty sure I said that Nutty could win this one, just purely based on how well they played the following week. So I think, I don't know. But going into this game and it being border, I honestly couldn't put my finger on who's going to win this one.
It's very 50-50, this map. In terms of attack and defense, it is very heavily fragged as well. Getting a little bit of deja vu in terms of this defense. You can see Ducko as well, trying to band a trick just as he did last time. But this time, they've got a little bit more in terms of help. Yeah, he's got some deployable shields that are set up, watching his double, a player to accompany him behind as well. You can hear the grenades trying to clear him off. Doesn't look like anything is going to hit successfully yet. And he's doing well for burning time. They're going to try and go for the wall again, and the information's going to be given away to Ducko, but it doesn't look like he's got enough time at all to close it up. He will rotate away safely, but Squish is going to remain in the position. Culture to find the very first blood of the round to open things up onto the Echo. A big kill to be removed as well. Removing those Yokais from play. It's definitely a huge one. Mackenzie to clear up another kill onto Ducko, but Squish is not going to let it drop. The Frostmat's going to connect onto Rice, and he's going to fall himself down as well. Culture finally being bled out into a triple kill for Squish, leaving it to a 3-2 now.
Frost is just so powerful in positions like that, and if you're not droning out or aware of those Frost mats when you're jumping into those windows, you're really going to cost the round. But Ben, he's going to even up things, get that 2-2 scoreline back, but Kill Squad, they got to work to get this office control. The diffuser is at that triple wall. Calls to go out though. Faulty's going to utilize that. He still has one in hand too for that execute if they want to, but Faulty, never mind, he's going to fall. He can be picked up, but Squish finding the quad, and Glut to find the kill onto Ben, and that's the response you want, Nutty.
A big response that was as well, almost an incredible flawless, but in the end it was just a flurry of kills amongst both of these teams trying to hold it as much as they can. They'll take themselves yet another round and prove us that these teams, they're not here to lose. They're both fighting for their spot. They want to claim whether you're in that 5th or the 4th. The pressure is on as Nutty take 1 above Kill Squad.
They do, and Nutty, they're that 1 place below Kill Squad. So they're looking to, you know, although that's rather close in the leaderboard, I'd still say that it's an upset if you lose to someone that is placed low on the leaderboard. And Nutty right now, they look like they deserve to be up there with Kill Squad. They definitely are showing up so far, but they're going to continue that. But I'm sure Kill Squad, although they're playing aggressive, although they're making some mistakes, for the most part, they're able to even up things when it's dire. And if they can sort of sway it in their favor, they can definitely win some more rounds here on the attack. And it is border. It should be a little bit more evenly balanced as it is frag heavy. So being on that attack shouldn't be too much of a disadvantage. But obviously, you've got 3 minutes. You need to either eliminate the opponents or plant that bomb. So you still are running against that time. But so far, so good.
You can see a little bit of a split push coming out already. You can see that Lion being capable. Trying to get that east bulk. But majority of the side of Kill Squad has chosen to go just for a direct onto Armory. With only 1 player being up here to defend. You're going to be able to drone him out and potentially open up these walls here. They've got the util to do so if they manage to rotate that Lion around to utilize those EMPs. First kill to go out, Ajax. Being able to find the kill onto Mackenzie, but Faulty's going to trade it back. Not let it slip too far, and that's a good trade as well. A lesion for a sledge. Some of that destruction being removed. On a site like this as well, where you're downstairs, and when they inevitably take Armory, if you can't hold it for long enough, that sledge was going to be a huge impact on opening up those soft floors to create those vertical plays for the rest of your team. But now, not going to be able to do that as much. Yeah, I've got the Ash, though, with the breach charges also.
Yeah, I think, you know, the good thing about Kill Squad is they're able to find those picks back when they lose a player. Now, they did just lose Faulty, but look at that. Ben, able to find a pick back to that 3v3, and they're able to just be aggressive when necessary. Sometimes when unnecessary, but for the most part, they like to take these engagements. They're not afraid, and this is what I mean, and there's just trades all around, but so far, Nutty, they're the better of the trades and able to find these picks, and it's all left to Rice again, Elijah, in a 1v2.
He can do it. He was pretty close last time, but he was unaware of Glut's position. He tried to drop the hatch, and Ducko, he was there ready for click it up.
Raindrops. They're all having a bit of a giggle. Maybe they didn't expect Rice to drop the hatch like that, but as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. This is what it's all about. Having some fun, playing some Siege that we all love, but Kill Squad, it's looking a little bit rough for them now. 2 rounds down. They got to find at least 1 more round before they go into that defense.
You definitely want to try to get the scoreboard as close as possible on the switch up, so you've got nothing potentially holding you back in terms of if you're trading, which is what it's sort of been at the moment. The rounds have been really close, so if you're trading blow for blow with each other, where you want to be is having the most rounds in your pocket. So you're sitting pretty at the moment if you're Nutty Gaming. Kill Squad need to try and close things up, but they might be more comfortable on that defense.
They definitely could be. And I think with the way that they play, it definitely favors them on a map like Border. So they love swinging. Why not have it on the defense when, you know, the attackers have to swing you? In this case, maybe they're just not ready for the same aggression that Nutty is matching. And hopefully in these last 2 rounds, they can find it.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Any place to win it on. it is this map's this site specifically. They didn't get it last time though. They held it really well against them. So it's all about how they played upstairs. Last time they got a little bit too aggressive against Raindrops, who was on the mute last time, I believe, who took out 3 people, if not 2. They just kept giving them those ones, so they need to sort of band together, try to work on those refrags, which we've seen they've been quite good at recently. They've worked on it in those coming rounds. This time, they're going to see how they prevail up top. Mackenzie with the entry again, a nice shot with a C4, and the culture is going to save his life. You're going to be muted off thanks to those drones as well, and a shot through the wall, connect nicely to Ajax thanks to the intel of your team being able to enable you there. A little bit of vert control, it'll be going out as well as Benticles collects a kill onto Squish to even things up. Take it even to your favor now. A 3v5 kill squad looking quite strong on their attack this time, which is a completely different narrative to what we've seen in the past.
Yeah, I think this is the first round where we haven't seen a refrag after the kill. Nutty not quite able to find the picks back, and Kill Squad adapting to the way that Nutty are playing so far in this round, and they're trying to work it pick back. Darko on this vert trying to find the head, but his arm's sticking out for Culture, and Culture's doing a lot more damage to Darko than Darko did to him, and I think Darko's going to run away. Trying to play safe. He's about on that 20 HP.
Regardless of the man disadvantage at the moment for Nutty Gaming, their overall position and coverage of the map below is definitely putting a lot of pressure onto Kill Squad in terms of whether you know where to drop these hatches or what doorways to walk to, because they've got some really good angles and crossfires set up for them. Looks like they're going through a traditional sort of plant though, as they've opened up that bathroom hatch as well. One's already at the bottom of the east stairs. It looks like Raindrops isn't aware of it just yet, but the custom positions of Mackenzie is going to get yourself another kill, as well as Benticles finding one of his own. Will leave it to a 1v5 for Doko left to clutch it out, and you've got no room or positioning at all. All the vertical plays adding so much pressure for you that you won't be able to stop this at all, and the custom positions of Benticles is going to close out the round and give Kill Squad their flawless.
That was very, very well done from Kill Squad. They didn't drop a single person. And from those last couple rounds before that, it was trades after trades. So that is an impressive round for them, and that's definitely what they needed on this attack. And going into this final round of the defense for Nutty, they're going to take the timeout. They want to secure that 4-2 split before they go on the attacks. They're going to talk things through, work out what's going wrong, what's going right, combine the two to have a good round this round. And as you can see there with the lineup of the rounds, you know, Kill Squad, they won the first round. But then after that, Nutty won 3 rounds in a row, but then they just dropped that round then. So they're looking to, you know, find that final round and work out why that was a flawless round from Kill Squad. Why they allowed them to achieve such a commendable effort.
Well, if you're going off of that last round at least, Kill Squad seems to be finding their footing for the map so far, at least on their attack. So if they do manage to win this round, it would be big. You're asking for the best case in a bad scenario, and you'll take it to a 3-3. That's the position that you want to be on the flip. It's anybody's game from there on, as we always say. So yeah, it is the best case. You could have done better, but it's the best thing you can ask for given the current position that you've been dealt. So looks like they're looking to get that up. Kill Squad being super strong last round, they're going to try to double it up on this round. Maybe they'll try a different sort of push, as their recent pushes going a direct from east onwards hasn't been super successful.
Yeah, it's been a bit iffy for the side of Kill Squad. They aren't able to sort of find the execute. I think they do really well taking the initial control of the map, but after that, clearing out the players from office is a big struggle for them. Once they have that wall open, they end up just losing picks, and we saw how strong Frost was in that position last time. Hopefully they don't make the same mistake again, and Kill Squad find themselves another round to tie things up. But so far, Nutty are in the lead, and they're looking to keep that.
It'll be even a little bit harder to push that east, I would say, this time. Not only do you have that Frost as well, but you can see you've got the Yokai drone as well. That's being rotated to CC to help Wamai hold down that position. We can see majority of the players have found themselves. They're not going for that east time this time. Looks like they're setting up for a direct. You can see Culture's running that Thatcher as well, and thanks to the Yokai drone revealing the sound cues and the positioning of these players, you're able to rotate your team to help the hold. Culture though, getting the first blood and initiating this round, thanks to a little bit of a foothold that has been previously set up. Finally the kill into CC. Now that's your Wamai being removed, so good little pick there. You're able to remove him, and he wouldn't have set up all of his util yet, as his Wamai discs do load while you're playing him.
Yeah, and playing that character, you don't want that to happen, and Mackenzie's just going to sort of nade off intuition, but nothing to connect onto that half-wall position. But Ducko, he found one onto Ben, so that's another pair of nades off the board. So only one more nade in the pocket of Mackenzie, but he's able to utilize it to shut down Squish. So that is the Frost off the board, who went so big the round prior. But Culture, he's just going to walk right in, Elijah. He takes down Raindrops. He's taking this side by storm, but Gluttony, he's looking to deny that, but Faulty shuts down one. Oh, no! Bit of a panic
He's
switch,
looking down in
Mackenzie-
disappointment.
Mackenzie with a bit of a... What just happened?
No. That's a pro moment if I've ever seen one from Mackenzie. Apparently the Culture, Mackenzie's getting dropped. It's been fun. It's been fun casting you, Mackenzie, but you gotta go, man.
Yeah, that's your career. It's done for, man. It's done for. No kill squad. They find the round still 3-3. That's a pretty good split for going onto your defense now. So I wonder if the defense is gonna enable them a lot more. Are they gonna spawn pick? Are they gonna try and get those cheeky picks early? Are they gonna swing everything imaginable? We see Kill Squad do that time and time again. I wonder if it's the same story.
The Ella, the 1.5 of Culture, the Alibi. I mean, these are fragging ops. The high fire rates, the big damages. You could potentially just swing them out there.
Definitely could, but they are bringing things to deal with any sort of lurk potential or quick pushes. They are bringing that Melusi, which we don't see too much of anymore. She is brought here and there, but obviously making her that 3 armor has put a lot of players away from playing her, but Ben is going to utilize her, and it's good to see. But that Alla, we see her not played too often, but Kill Squad, we usually see Ben on that. But this time it'll be Rice.
Already trying to get some intel onto those east stairs as well. Yellow pings to go out to the live drones as well, and the positions are going to be given away on top of the east balk and onto that east hallway as well. A majority of the players of Nutty Gaming have set themselves up for an east take as well, as they're trying to go for an archives push. You can see Glut with the diffuser in hand onto these second floor balk stairs as well, trying to clear up some of that space there. Kill Squad, Culture, able to open up the very first pick into the round onto Raindrops, and that'll remove your Grismets. Get that out of the way.
But the sledge, Ajax able to find the pick back and shut down Culture. So that's your Warden off the board, and they don't have any smoke, so he can't utilize that ability, but his gun is a menace. But Ben and Mackenzie are being menaces of their own, able to find Ajax and Ducko. No, sorry, Raindrops and Ducko. But there was a response and able to find Faulty. So smoke is going to be off the board, not able to utilize those smoke canisters, but they do have Mackenzie playing in this rather annoying position on this wall here. No, sorry, Ben.
Looks like they are trying to beat him up. They are going to open up his wall and force him to be in an even rougher position now. He tries to go for the pre-fires, none to connect though, but thankfully the hatch has been dropped for you. You're able to get away unsafely. Mackenzie tried to get a pick for himself, but unable to connect anything just yet, as you are stuck in the 2v3. It is favourable though for the side of Kill Squad at the moment. They are that one-man advantage above, as it's all up for Glut and Squish to cut out the rest, but you've got the util to do so. You are opening up that position. Little bit of an angle onto Africa thanks to the deployable shields, going to make it a little bit easier for you to stay healthy behind it. You've got the angles as well, and look at the little bit of a 2-1 split for Kill Squad at the moment, as they've got 2 of them on that rotates. One into the break, one of the rotate, and then one behind the half wall near Africa.
Yeah, Nutty have a little bit to work with here. They've got the wall open. They can go for that plant, but they've got to be careful of all the angles that Kill Squad have open to them. They've got people pushed up in CC. They've got someone on that fountain rotate. So if he goes for the plant, they're just going to push right in, and Squish isn't going to be able to hold it. But the plant is going down, and there we go. Ben's utilizing that punch hole to stop the plant from going down. It's all left to Squish, but Rice able to take him out, and a good retake from Kill Squad there on the defense.
Well, they're switching it up. Kill Squad, which were dire in the beginning, on their half at least, they'll take their very first successful defense, pushing onto the switch now. Kill Squad finally waking up and winning themselves some rounds against Nutty, showing them that they aren't here to lose the map of Border. And they're looking forward to sticking it up to Nutty Gaming, as they find themselves one above going into the round 8.
Yeah, I think being in this position, we've seen every time on the switch up, we talked about it last game. You know, 3-3 was the first half scoreline, and then one team just dominates over and over. And so far, Kill Squad is the first to find that round. I wonder if that is going to be the person that wins the game, or if Nutty are going to bring it back. I don't know why that is, Elijah. Why is it that the first half is always so close, but the second half, it's like it's a different game. It's like everyone has their cards ready to be played now, and they don't want to hide anything.
5 seconds left before insertion.
I feel like you have to sort of get used to things, right? You load into the game first. You've got those first few rounds to wake up, you know, get into it. You find your little bit of a groove. You try to get warm again after you've had a little bit of a break before going into the match. You go to the second half and all of a sudden, wow, you're waking. You've hit that gamer flow state where you're locked in completely. There's nothing else but the game, and you just play super well. And I'm liking the intel that is coming out from Kill Squad. They've got the Valkyrie, and they've even got the cardiac sensor of the pulse as well to help you try to locate where these enemies are. Culture to do a lot of that intel work as well to spot out majority of the players, at least 2 who have gone for that belt. Benticles able to get away safely thanks to the dash, getting it off of that sandwich angle.
Well,
but look at all these camera works.
Yeah, they've got a lot to work with, and they can utilize the C4 of the Valkyrie and the Pulse, but as well as they've got a little bit of angles onto the armory door. I don't think he's maybe stopped holding it, so now Nutty are able to charge on through. They're going to start to try and do some vert here. They do have the Zephyr, they do have the breach charges of Ash as well, but Darko with a nice shot onto Faulty got caught off guard, and that'll be the Frost down for the count. His Frost mats are still in play though, so if you are Nutty, you got to be cautious of that. You don't want to make the same mistake that Kill Squad did in one round where they jumped into those Frost mats, but the C4 is being pinged, so Culture's going to give that comm when to detonate, and I wonder if it results in a pick.
Well, you try to push down those east stairs, and you manage to even things up. Rise finding the shot onto Squish and removing your Ayana from play. Benticles to find a kill for himself and get down safely before getting punished for any of that, as they take it down to a 3v4 now in favor of Kill Squad again for round 8, as the line scans pop up to try to reveal some of the positions of Kill Squad, but none to follow up just yet. Benticles with that retake and jumping up those hatches, being able to use that Oryx ability as super flexible in terms of catching all of these attackers off guard as they're not watching for those flanks, but Ajax is ready for it instead, and he'll be able to clean up Benticles and take it down to a 3-3 now. Even things up with 46 seconds left on the clock. You have to get your execute underway. You've still got a lot left to deal with though. Kill will narrowly miss Ajax. It will elude him. He'll be able to pick that up, and that was an advantageous. It could have completely changed the way that this map was played. Riot's in a good position though. He does seem to sort out where Ducko is playing, as there are two on east stairs now. He manages to get concussed, so we can't hear the plates. A little bit of a whiff comes out from there, but Raindrops is able to capitalize a kill onto Mackenzie, but Coulter to find one himself. A Raindrops not going to let it slip though, as he finds a kill back onto Rice and leave it back to a 2v1. Everyone's really low. Rice to find the first kill, and the last one's choosing to stick the plant now. 9 seconds left. He narrowly missed the head, but you know he's there. You just have to hold the angle. Culture being on that full HP though, the rotate being up, and he manages to save his head. He can't manage to hit the shot, but he does in the end, and he finds the triple of the round.
Nutty, they were so low. They couldn't quite stop Culture, who was on that full HP. But if Ducko, if he hit that shot, could have evened up things again. But there we go. The laughs coming out.
The giggles, the smiles.
I'm sure Culture behind that PC monitor, he'd be laughing and glad that he won that round. But I liked that play from Kill Squad. They played quite well off their intel. They had the pings. He was aware of where Ducko was playing thanks to that intel. And, you know, that set them up nicely for that.
Look at the duality of man right now. Between winning and losing, the smiles and the frowns, the serious looks and the happy ones. Nutty versus Kill Squad.
It's alright. 2 rounds down. It's still achievable. You don't have to win anything too crazy just yet. If you win this next round, it's only one more round away. You don't have to do a perfect set. If you lose this round, though, then things look in doom and gloom. But for now, keep those smiles. Keep that confidence. I think you could catch Kill Squad off guard here. They are playing quite aggressive. So if you're able to play into that, you could find yourself winning the engagements.
Absolutely. In a game like this, where it is Siege, well, we've seen games what look like it's going to be completely dire, out of nowhere, take a turn for the worse for the team who was currently on top, and they end up taking us to the full distance, and sometimes, only sometimes, will they manage to clutch it. But it's not like it's completely out of the realm of possibilities, right? It's Siege, anything can happen. As long as you manage to keep your mental and remind yourself that, you know, you can clutch things up. It's not all lost. It's not completely done for you. I'm liking the little trade. Oh my god! Ducko, no! Why'd you do it to him? Why'd you do it to him? No.
No.
And that's the capability right there, ladies and gentlemen, of the IQ versus the Pulse. The IQ has a little bit more intel in terms of having your gun up and available for you in terms of the cardiac sensor being a two-handed sort of intel based. But the kills on the flurries are going to go around for both of these teams now as Kill Squad manages to find 2 of themselves, but Nutty got 1 in return and they took it down to a 3v3 now as the early picks come out from both of these teams. But you take it up to the even now. It's left down to both of these teams to take the push, but your self-destruction and your arm has gone out. The C4 being removed from Mackenzie and Culture, unfortunately. Being able to fall super early thanks to the intel. Another kill to go out thanks to Ducko being able to find a kill through the breach that has been left open. And it's a little bit of a split push at the moment by both of these teams now. Rice being isolated, left alone into the armory, being able to rotate down safely. Thanks to the hatch being blown, and he's going to play around his teammate now as he's popped himself up nicely in ventilation with his teammate, Faulty, just below. Got a C4 repped and Freddy as well, but he's able to get away and avoid that.
Getting a lot of intel from this IQ scanner. Not only able to secure the pick, but dodge the C4 and able to clear out these cameras as well. And now you can open up this vert. So I think, you know, Ducko, he's doing quite well on this IQ and might possibly have won the round if they can keep this man advantage and get this plant down and continue to play it safe. They've got plenty of time to do so. But surely eliminating that pulse has eliminated so much potential for the side of Kill Squad. No more C4 in the hand of Faulty. I mean, he does have barbed wire in the pocket, but I don't know how useful that will be. But he is in a good position.
They are trying to get a pinch onto the Ella. I do believe they know that he's behind the chassis, hopefully. And if they don't, then they need to get some intel. Looks like they don't, though. They're going to try and go for the plan. And Ella's going to be able to swing, though. But hopefully Lion can pick it up immediately as he goes for a swing. But the barbed wire is going to give away his position and make it even harder. A little bit of pre-fire from Rice is going to make it a little bit more scarce for him, as there are only 20 seconds left for both of these teams. Doco to do a completely drop as well. And he's in the sight. He's able to find the first kill. But Faulty manages to miss a little bit of his bullets and open up the opportunity left for Faulty in a 1v1 now. He's pushed back. He's trying to get the diffuser down. Faulty's got 5 seconds left to stop it. No C4 in the hands, but he fakes it out. And Doco wins it in the end.
Faulty. No, just wait the timer down. But maybe he didn't hear him get off. That's unfortunate. Nutty, though. That is what you want to see. That is a round that you want to win. Surely some smiles, boys. It looks quite rough. You know, you weren't aware of the L's position, but you won the round. One more round to go. You got to be happy about that one. But, you know, they still are one round down. Maybe they don't want to get too happy just yet. Still some work to be done. But after that one, Kill Squad, they almost brought something out of nothing, Elijah.
It was very close. And they have the capability. And if they keep that sort of mental, is they stay humble, don't get an ego, they have the potential to even things up here in this very round. Now, round 10 is the one that matters the most. Well, not the most, but it is one that you want to win to even things up back to your 5-5 with Kill Squad. Now, Kill Squad definitely don't want to let Nutty build up any more momentum against them as they go upstairs into the offices and that armory. Looking like a similar hold that we got to see Nutty do on their half, but maybe Kill Squad will be able to defend it a little bit differently.
Maybe, but they're doing a similar sort of hold. They've got this 90 shield, and they're playing similar sort of operators, so they're comfortable with the picks that they have. They just feel like they need to play maybe a little bit more aggressive, maybe a little bit more off of each other. But I'd imagine they want to secure this match point to at least have that safety, that comfortability that they, if they do lose the rounds after, that they do have a chance in that overtime. But so far, 2 minutes 30 left on the clock, only 30 seconds into the round, and nothing really happening. Looks like they're going for this East control, though, and they are running an interesting lineup, though, Elijah. I just saw that. DKB, Ying, Brava. Interesting picks.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up as well. It looks like both of these teams are going for a little bit more aggressive attack and defense. You know, you've got some of those rotates already set up. You can see that the Warden is playing that rotate. The Culture is onto that East stairs as well. That's what I mean about the aggressiveness. You know, they're trying to face check each other. Ajax winning the best of that engagement onto Mackenzie. Will take things down to a 5v4 and swing in the way of Nutty. Now Rice trying to get just as aggressive, will remove, he will down the player, but not able to finish off yet as the Yings make his life hard, and Bendicles is able to find one, Ajax to match it back. And Bendicles is going to rotate himself back to the top floor to try to contest the person who's on to break, but he gets away into sight successfully to help Faulty hold up onto this armory wall.
Oh, Culture, though, he runs out, he finds one, but Gluttony to trade, so far, they've been able to trade, but Ben, he's able to trade back for Kill Squad, but Gluttony, look how low he is. One bullet will be enough to finish him off, I'd imagine, but Faulty, he's going to be careful of his position. He's going to fall back behind this shield. Still a lot of time in this round, yet so much has happened.
Whole minute left to work with. One of your players is in a dire situation, that of Glut, like you said, in 2 HP now, and it's very hard and a really rough position to be in if you are on the side of Nutty Gaming, because Bentacles and Faulty both very high on HP at the moment. 2 of the smoke canisters still being up for smoke as well. It's definitely going to make it hard to push. And if you're not aware of positions like this, where Ben is laying down in a corner on Fountain, you're able to capitalize on a kill. Raindrops finding his 3rd in the round, looking for the 4th as the position of Glut is given away thanks to Smoke holding the long angle on behind that half wall. And he is that low HP. This is quite literally impossible for him to pull it off. But it does take 1 bullet to finish off a player, as we saw there. He finds the very first. Now he needs to look for Bentacles. Bentacles is behind the armory lockers, behind the half wall. No more smoke canisters left. The armory beepers is going to give away his position thanks to the audio cues. Doesn't look like he can finish him off just yet.
No.
And Barnacles has got the angle first.
I was a little bit worried for Kill Squad there. You know, the beepers did give away that he walked through. Maybe Glut thought that he might bait it or something, but Glut managed to get a kill on that low HP, so definitely could have been done. But it is a lot to ask from him.
He did well, that nevertheless. I mean, 1 HP, you find yourself a whole kill. Like I said, like 1 bullet, it's all it takes. Yeah, if you manage to hit the head first, you get that peeker's advantage. And it's completely doable. But a lot to ask,
It
like
is.
you said, yeah.
Yeah, he had to either plant, find the kill. Unfortunately, he went for the kill. But Ben had the better position, the better angles. And now Nutty are in that tough position, having to win 2 back-to-back rounds. Otherwise, Kill Squad take the W here. And they fall short.
It is doable. On this side specifically, I would like to say Tellers. Yeah, it is more even-sided, I would say. But especially on how you decide to attack. We got to see how Kill Squad chose to attack there on their half, using a traditional open up the hatch, vertical play downwards up, and it's been successful. They haven't been able to defend it too roughly upstairs. Hopefully they'll be able to match that energy. Both of these teams being quite successful on face checking and being aggressive with each other, so what could potentially be the very last round, you could imagine that there's going to be a lot of aggression from both of these teams as they're not looking to let anything slip.
Not at all, but if you have a look, actually, Nutty, Gluttony, if he clutched that round, everyone would be on 7 kills. They would have that 7-7-7-7-7 squad.
I mean, Gluck could get 1 now.
He could.
Take us to a 7.
Do it for us. Do it for us, Glut. Get that,
They're rooting for
at
you,
least
Glut.
that 1 kill to kick us off. But Ben, he's having a huge game, just over 2 KD, but Ajax with a nice shot on the tracer bullets of Ben. And I said he is having a nice game, but not a nice round this round. And that is a good opening pick for Nutty. Can they maintain it?
Well, they are trying to do as much work as they can. Ajax getting the entry into the armory as well, but taking a little bit of damage in that engagement on top of those armory stairs. But the player is going to choose to peel off. Doesn't want to lose his life just yet, as he doesn't have to try to fight for that territory too early. There are too many angles that you need to worry about. So he's fallen off. Chosen to play out with the rest of his team now. Some of those soft destructions are going to be done as well to get rid of those Malusis, so you're not potentially being stuck with what could be a pre-placed C4 under those Malusis. You see the IQ doing the work for just that.
He already used it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Faulty. He finds a kill onto raindrops. Now that'll even things up back to a 4-4 now. Not if Glut has anything to say about it. As he finds a kill back, leading it to a 4v3 now. And it's not looking like it's in the favor of Kill Squad at the moment. Nutty Gaming aren't letting it slip. They want to take us to an even further distance.
Oh, Darko finding a nice pick through the vert there onto Rice, and it's all left to Faulty and Mackenzie. Mackenzie doesn't have his C4, so he can't deny a plant from that, but maybe the positionings and the gun skill of these players can do it. Faulty to kick us off, and he finds Ajax, so that's Yana. That's a big pick off the board, and they have the intel of these cams. Mackenzie, he forgets that he has no C4, but he's standing still. Can he find the pre-fight through the floor?
Whoa!
He does some damage, but squish. 1 HP.
The MPX.
How tight is his ass clenching right now from that? But
He's gotta
oh
be.
my! Faulty
They
with the
managed to
triple
bring
O.
it back. A 2-2 now for both of these teams, and Squish is low HP, so it is completely doable for Kill Squad now. What looked like it was completely dire for them, they're able to pull it back in the end with 16 seconds left. You have to get the diffuser down. You haven't got much intel to work with in terms of where both of the positions are for the Kill Squad players as well. Mackenzie is on these east stairs as well as you try to work for its head holes. The diffuser going down, but you're unaware of Faulty's position as he finds the 4th, tries to go for the ace, and he does it successfully. Faulty with an ace to win.
Faulty, Faulty, Faulty. It's the, you know, the onesie, or the woody, or whatever that is. He's got the buff, man. He's got the buff, and he did well. Finding the ace in the last round, securing that win for his team. Unfortunately, Nutty just falling short not able to find that round that was so important to the flow of that game. And that'll be our last game of the night, Elijah. That'll be our last game.
An exciting one that was as well. Kill Squad being able to take their win, and congratulations to them, that's for sure. Nutty, although the narrative is 7-4, you both played really well. It was a close game for each other, so thanks to that, Kill Squad will be taking your place in 3rd place, and you'll be moving down to 4th now. So what a completely different switch up in terms of the scoreboard that has led us to be, and a lot of changes happening today, specifically in terms of the games won, the games lost, and points, things gathered. A lot of good moments today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it all.
I definitely have as well. A lot of highlights. So that will be up on the YouTube or the Twitch VODs, I do believe. So if you missed any of the games, you'd like to catch that action, that will be up very shortly. I do think that we have an interview, and we're getting Faulty, our boy, the ace, the highlight of the last round, and he did it in style too. He's wearing that snugly warm hoodie. I think he deserves that interview. But Kill Squad, that game was just full of, like, obviously it is border, it is frag heavy. It was just full of trades though, I reckon, Elijah. And I think Kill Squad on the defense, they were just all the better for it. They had the clutch potential. And I think that's ultimately what won the game in the end.
Absolutely, and I guess we can get a little bit of an insight at that as we welcome Faulty to the interview, as we get him on the cameras hopefully very soon. You guys can say hello to his very lovely face as we head to him. Faulty, how we doing, my good friend? Lovely little ace there at the end. I gotta say, you gotta be proud of that.
Oh.
How we doing?
Good. I didn't even know it was an ace.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, we were surprised. Yeah, I saw a quad kill come up, and you managed to clean it up as the very last, and you got an ace in the end. A little bit of a flex at the end. I saw you pull up. How was that? Did you enjoy Armory, or were you guys expecting that, or what was the go?
Oh, yeah, no, it was a bit of an expected, I guess. Bit easy. Boys have been playing really well, so it's been nice.
Yeah, I think something to highlight that we were talking about just earlier was that you guys are able to find refrags quite easily. You work around each other quite well, and if one of you are to fall, there is someone there to find that refrag. Is that just from all the practice and playing ranked together and being comfortable with each other, or is something different going on?
Yeah, no, definitely a lot to do with playing ranked together in the practice. Been really heavily on trying to build up the refrag game and sort of covering each other's backs. It's been good.
It's always good to see that team chemistry is just being built, not only just in scrims, but also in your ranked games and when you've got the free time as well. So a lovely game, a good performance from you guys. It was lovely to see. Do you have any messages or any shout outs or anything that you want to head out before we head off?
No, cheers to you guys for casting. It was awesome. Big shout out to Cloud, the Organiser. He's absolute G. I mean, yeah, that's probably about it. Shout out to the boys as well, I guess.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Faulty. It's been good talking to you. We'll see you next time.
See ya, boys.
See you, Faulty.
Bye.
Well, what a lovely stack of games we've had today, KJ. I've enjoyed all of it. Very, very fun, at least. Now, let's head to our predictions, because we didn't really get to talk about that. I know I did my predictions, you did your predictions. Tiaki himself, Kratos, they did his predictions as well, and we got to see the results of everything. Now, first game, so it was the Trident and NDE. Trident was able to take successfully their win as well, so most of us got that right. We're going to go ahead and call out Tiaki and Kratos. Kratos was wrong most of the time, and this time, but last time, he was quite successful on what we didn't expect, but Trident won their one. I didn't get to catch the Riot game. Who won the Riot game?
I do believe a Riot won that one. It says there on the left, the match winners there.
Oh, yeah, it does, yeah.
Good sir. I know you are blind, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm here to help you. But, yes, Riot won that match 2. Bandit won match 3. Panic won match 4. And Kill Squad won match 5. And you were one of the people that voted for Kill Squad. And I do believe, Elijah, You guessed all 5
I got
right today,
everyone
so
right, yeah.
you,
I think Chef did as well. Yeah, he did. He did. Chef
did.
guessed everything right as well.
You and Chef, you get the props. You get that that clout. You know, you guessed it all right.
As we did, we believed in all of our boys, and everybody fought very hard today. So thank you to everybody who participated. GG's to all the teams who won, and unfortunate for the ones who lost, but that was very exciting. Thank you guys very much for joining us. These are the results for today. If you guys missed any of these games, the VODs will be up on the YouTube channel. I believe at some point it will be up on the Twitch for you guys to rewatch those games. If you participated, you have the opportunity to go back and see what you did wrong. Maybe you can study a little bit more of the teams that you're eventually going to face up in the future. But other than that, KJ, it has been a very lovely game. I enjoyed casting with you, Tiaki as well. He was lovely to cast with, and I think that'll be it for us.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, this day has come to an end, and we have to wait till next week. But it's okay. We had a lot of fun, and it's always good casting alongside you. As always, a big thank you to, you know, everyone that works behind the scenes to make this happen. You know, Ling and Alex and all the mods such as Chef and, you know, Maddie. You guys are absolutely lovely, killing it, and we can do it without you. But most importantly, the players that participate, like you said, Elijah, making it enjoyable and something for us to watch on a Wednesday night. But that is us done. Any last words before we're gone for the week, Elijah?
All right, that'll be it. I'll definitely see you guys next Wednesday when we eventually make our cycle return. Actually, no, I won't see you guys next Wednesday. This will be my very last cast for quite a long time. I've got some very important things happening, so I won't be back until hopefully the finals. So, I mean, I hope the best goes for all the teams. I won't be able to see it, but until next time, we'll see you then. Other than that, stay healthy, stay hydrated.
Yeah, and I'll have to find someone else to cast with. But it's okay. We say farewell to Elijah for now, but he will be back sometime in the future. But that is us done. We hope you all have a lovely rest of your night. We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.